Hi there, welcome back to Bernama. Today I'm Jessie Chahal, 12th of July 2016. My guest in the studio is Matthew Gunn, Managing Director of ET Education Services. Today we'll be talking about, of course, education, but more importantly, scholarships, and I'm sure you want to find out more. Welcome to the show, Matthew. How are you today?
Thank you, I'm good. How are you?
Good, great, fantastic. Good to see you in the studio. We did speak a little bit before the show, and we were talking about the importance of, reaching out and finding the right kind of scholarship opportunity for you or someone It's been a bit of a challenge, of a task to reach out to the right scholarships. But before we get there, tell us a little bit more about ET Education Services.
Yeah, well, we're an education agency. So basically, what an education agency does is that we help students, parents, families plan and decide on where to study. It may be local, it may be overseas. And there are a lot of Malaysians still going overseas annually, despite us having a very robust education industry ourselves, as in foreign students studying in Malaysia. So as an education agency, we help them with visa services, counselling, of course, and then helping them perhaps look at possible careers that might suit the student. So we do career counselling as well. This involves a bit of a psychometric assessment, questionnaires, and then a bit of interviews to help them identify their strengths, their weaknesses in some cases, and their interests on what might suit them as a lifelong career. So yep, in a nutshell, that's what we do. We've been around for many years, since 1987. If you think I do not look that old, it's because it started by my father, Mr. E.T. Gunn, therefore E.T. Education Services. And so yeah, we are second generation business.
Yeah, well, you did mention it rightly, so using the word robust, because our education, so if I can call it an industry here, is huge and so many options. Where does one start? It is quite daunting initially to go out there and find the right kind of path. So what you do is basically have a person come in, do a bit of a profiling, and then help to do a short list, and in that try to help the person apply to universities or colleges overseas, but also a big part of that is scholarship applications. Why is scholarships hard to reach out to, or why has it been such a task or challenge so far?
Yes, well, we're very excited about the scholarship platform that we've created. It is exciting because first of all, it's kind of noble. It helps people. People are very, very happy when they actually get the scholarship. They thank us a lot. They send hampers to our office and things like that. So personally, it's very rewarding to me. As a company, it's also very fulfilling and rewarding. It is complex in the sense that there's so many scholarships out there. Actually, there are many scholarships out there given by institutions, colleges, universities, even foundations, companies, banks, and so on and so forth. Yet, it's not every day that you hear my cousin down the road just got a scholarship or and so on and so forth.
It's rare.
It's rare, right? So to the public, it seems like it's always so far away, it's always so unattainable.
But yet you could just Google it, but you never know where to centralize this information.
That's right. The information is fragmented, it's all over the place, but more importantly, the application process is all over the place. And there is a lot of duplication. I think the main challenge is the duplication of tasks. Same thing, you go for interviews, you go for multiple interviews. If you apply for 5 institutions, you go for 5 interviews. And got me thinking, is there a better way to do this? And we believe we found some answers, a lot of the answers through our platform, and it's working very well. And yeah, students are getting where they where they want to. Yeah.
Well, the platform is called Scholarships2u, and it's a platform that, of course, manages all the different scholarships that's available in so far 10 different countries out there, where one can go and have a look at the different types of scholarships available, and through one application process or one step, reach out to as many schools or universities. What's that process like?
Okay, basically, like we said again, you've got to go for 5 different interviews if you apply for 5 institutions. That may still happen. That in most cases it still does happen. But actually, there are various steps before that, and that's where we actually unify that process. And the unification is a process in itself. So it's not something that you snap one finger and say, okay, hey, everyone, accept my application form. So over time, we've worked very hard over the last year to convince institutions to adopt our process, and we're still in the midst of convincing some more. We're growing at about almost 1 million a month in terms of scholarship fund. So we have about 11 million plus now, which we received over the last actually 7 months. So we're ahead of projection, which is good. Which
Fantastic.
Is good. And so your question in terms of how do we
how does the
unify
process
that?
go if one was to go to the portal Scholarships2u and make an application for scholarships? What would that process be like?
Yeah, okay. Now, we call ourselves the first of its kind, and probably the first in the world in terms of a platform, full platform. Why? It's actually not just because of the listings we have. It's not because of the total scholarship fund we have. It's really because of the process that we have behind what you see in the website. So if you go to directories, if you Google scholarships, you'll see quite a few directories available online. The real key part is when you see a scholarship you want to apply to, you click there, it will say, please download this application form or send an email to ABC institution. Then you see another scholarship that you're interested in, you click and you say, please download another application form and send it to another college XYZ. And that's all fragmented. In our website, you'll find you just say click apply and fill in your information and you're stored in our system. After you're stored in our system, we will then contact you and you sign up for a test. Now this is the part where we actually unify it before the interview via a test. So unified testing, in a way, is an industry by itself. So this is from years of knowledge from our education placement
and
business.
experience.
Yeah, that's right. If you look at IELTS, that would be one form of unified testing, whereby they test English on behalf of institutions worldwide, and they have test centers, distribution centers and test centers worldwide as well. So it makes sense in itself that students do not need to travel miles or thousands of miles to go to the college that you're applying to
just
to sit for one test or go for one interview. So they sit this unified test all over the world, and the results can be routed to institutions all over around the world. Same thing for us, except that it's not an entrance test, it's a scholarship test. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So by unifying that test process, then the test results and the student's ranking will be sent to the institution for consideration. So it's very easy for the institution to just see one list of students applying and pick the top few for an interview. So they don't have to go through that entire process of application, filling up forms, multiple tests by multiple institutions.
And so that saves time for the applicant. But what about on the other side? Does it help to hasten the scholarship application process? Meaning to say, would they get their answers faster from the universities or colleges?
Yep. Okay. When we thought and created this business, you know, I'm a big believer of businesses that makes sense must help everyone in the equation. So if I create a business whereby the students find it more difficult to apply, it's not going to work. And if I create a business where students apply easier, but the institutions find it difficult or detrimental to their business, it's not going to work either. So we're happy to say that it actually helps everyone. So
win-win situation.
That's right, that's right. So it helps the students in the sense that they do not need to go for 5 different tests. 5 different interviews is fine, but 5 different tests is, you know, it's a lot of work.
And of course, you're not just applying to 5, you're probably applying to 10 or 15, sometimes even 20 to maximize your chances. Scholarships2u is a online platform, a portal, a system that can enable a scholarship application to be easier and faster, of course more efficient as well in this fast-paced world. This is perhaps one of the first in the world. Nothing like that has been created just yet, of course, you know, right here in Malaysia by ET Education Services. When did you launch this portal, and how successful has it been so far?
Yep. So we launched it in, I would say September. It was in the final stages, late August, September last year. We believe it's the first in the world in terms of the model based on what we've researched. We can't claim. There's always some smaller
probably, we just use that word.
Yeah, probably. That was a good word. Yeah. So it's been very good in the sense that we mentioned we've got 11.2 plus million through our platform right now. That's fully online. We're also organizing a fair, a scholarship fair, and that really would be the first of its kind scholarship fair in Malaysia. But we speak to institutions and people from all around the world, and people who have been in education for 40 years may not have not even heard of anything like a scholarship fair. So we believe we're onto something, and yeah, the response has been really good. We've got lots of sign-ups. Actually, every day, people are just signing up to attend the fair and join our platform. Okay,
when's the fair? Perhaps you could share some details of the fair.
The fair is on the 23rd of July. Somewhere looking.
Yeah.
Right, 23rd of July. So just a little shorter than 2 weeks from now, in Eastin Hotel, and it's only in the afternoon, 1 to 6 p.m. So all the registration is done online through our website, because we've got a lot of traffic. That's another thing for us to manage, and we recommend that you register online so that you cut the queue, or you do not get delayed in a queue.
Okay, so who should be attending? Anyone just leaving school all the way up to someone wanting to pursue postgraduate or professional degrees?
Okay, so we've got courses, scholarships from year 7, that would be the equivalent of Form 1 in Malaysia, all the way up to MBAs. So anyone finishing Standard 6 this year can attend with their parents.
So quick at Standard 6?
Yes, because we have international schools, so private schools, international schools, and boarding schools. So boarding schools take students as early as 13 years old.
Right. Well, amazing. We're taking a quick breather, but we'll come back to continue our discussion right here with Matthew Gunn, Managing Director of ET Education Services. And we're talking about Scholarships2u.com. To stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. If you're just joining us, I'm in the studio with my guest Matthew Gunn, Managing Director of ET Education Services. Before the break, we were talking about one of the latest scholarship platforms, if not around the world, but in Malaysia. Scholarships2u.com caters to your needs if you're in search for a scholarship, making it all as easy as clicking one button. Before the break, we spoke about, you know, the portal and the process, but do tell us what types of scholarship are available on the portal, and are they mainly for Malaysians?
Okay, we're an open platform, so basically we do not try to determine what courses get listed there. We do not even want to determine who gets listed there. Basically, any institution who has scholarships and would like to pledge it through our platform can join our platform.
Okay.
And they join it for free. For now, I'm just kidding. They join it for free, and basically we want to share as much as possible to students. Eventually worldwide. Right now it's mostly for Malaysians, but we have presence. It's online anyway, so we have fulfillment centers in Vietnam and Indonesia as well.
Okay.
But we do not have full offices yet. It's still collaborative partnerships with these countries.
So if one was looking for a business degree, to pursue a business degree or something in arts or even in fashion design, you have that full offering.
Exactly. We have full offerings. I mean, just to give you examples, we have universities in US. We have a huge university in from Spain actually, which has 15,000 students, multiple faculties, sports management courses, and they are the official university and academic partner of La Liga in Spain for soccer. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just one example of what we have. So the diversity is huge. Once again, it's not provided by us. It's simply that institutions, and these are large institutions, very respected, reputable institutions that are joining our platform in itself. They have the full range. And that's just one institution. You times that with over 50 that we have right now on our platform, you can pretty much say that you can study anything you want.
That's amazing.
Academic.
Where was scholarships2u.com when I was searching?
In my mind, 2 years ago.
To pursue a degree, yeah, two years ago. But here it is, scholarships.com, scholarships2u.com, an education platform that makes it easy for scholarship applicants to reach out to the university of your choice. Now, are there any specific requirements or basic qualifications that applicants need before even thinking about applying for a scholarship?
Yes. Well, okay. First thing we need to determine about scholarships is that there are two main categories. There are needs-based scholarships and there are merit-based scholarships. So needs-based scholarships are obviously for generally speaking for the poor, right? For people who really need the funding. Okay, and the criteria for needs-based scholarships can be simply that they're doing reasonably well in their studies, and then they're just really low-income families. So there are a lot of foundations, yayasan, corporate companies that actually set up foundations for this group. And Malaysians are a charitable lot, because pretty much when you talk about scholarships by foundations and corporate companies, it's almost always needs-based. Now, where is Scholarships2u looking at this thing? We are looking at it that we are predominantly merits-based. So we're not saying that the poor can't apply. They can, but so can the well-to-do. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. All the foundations, corporate companies and needs-based programs right now, they're talking about minimums. You must have salary below 3,000 a month, household income, sometimes 3,500,
right.
Most of the time 2,500. Okay, so that's very good. That's helping the really poor. But today in Malaysia, even if you earn 5,000, 10,000, 8,000 a month household income, we can't say we're comfortable. We can't say we can send our children to a good private education. We can't say we can send our students overseas. We still can't. I mean, and that huge, what do I call it, working class, middle market, is not getting the benefit of all these scholarships available, because the foundation set the rule that is for the ultra poor. So this is where we feel we have a great opportunity to help working class people like all us, most of us, and that is my passion, because I've seen a lot of people, they work really hard, bringing money for their children. Their children work really hard, but they're just not quite there to be able to afford that education in for example, UK or Australia, right? So when we can help them, we are helping the cream de la cream with potential. So I rather help someone with potential, because they can be the superstars of tomorrow for Malaysia. Not to say that the poor can't, but sometimes you have to be thinking that in a fairly developed country like ours, if you're really that poor, there's a reason for that. Sometimes bad circumstance, but in most cases, it may not be just circumstantial.
So what you're saying is it's no fault of your background, but what you are more interested is in looking at the potential of that applicant.
That's my passion. That's where we would like to direct our focus on, because we can't help everyone. Like I said, there's a lot of foundations out there already helping the very poor. But we want to help people in the middle income that has great potential to be the next famous personality in Malaysia.
So-called the people who are sort of left in limbo, in a bit of a gap, because there's nothing really that can reach out to this segment.
Yes, I don't see a lot of attention helping this middle segment. So my passion would be to do that.
To do that. Well, of course, you are a startup, and you're looking for investors as well. So, what would be, pledge or that request?
Yeah, well, the first thing it's not a figure that we have in mind. The first thing is that we're looking at like-minded partners, people who believe in what we do, people who do charity, but I would also ask them to consider the middle income, people who are currently doing charity maybe with foundations, but I would like to ask them to say, hey, let's think about the merit-based scholarships for the middle income. These would be very good people to work with, not necessarily investing in the company, but just working with us in partnership so that we can actually benefit more Malaysians, deserving Malaysians, and helping them today. So that would be one group. There's always corporate companies or in colleges itself. After all, they are the ones pledging the scholarships. So and eventually maybe even angel investors or whatever. We're open.
Open. Yeah. Well, open for business. Scholarships2u.com, a portal. Now, if you can't make it to the online website for any reason, you can of course attend the fair, which is a Scholarship Fair 2015. It is free for all.
2016, sorry.
2016, sorry, did I say 2015?
Yes.
2016 Scholarship Fair. It's the first of its kind, and it's happening at the Eastern Hotel on the 23rd of July. It's an afternoon program from 1 to 6 p.m. Please do try to either contact ET Education Services or log on to register yourself, because there will be high traffic expected. The website is www.scholarships2u.com. Matthew, before I let you go, what we'd like to say to all our viewers watching today? Okay,
well, just before that, scholarships with an S, the number 2 and then
.com.
The letter U.
We had it on the screen.
Oh, we have it. Okay, that's great. Final parting word is that it's really not that difficult. If you're doing reasonably well in your school, in your studies, please just give it a try. A lot of students really think that scholarships are something so far away, unattainable, but really the reality is that we are working with institutions on a daily basis, and some of them tell us they put up 10 scholarships and only 5 people actually apply for it. So they are having that issue as well, which is why we are able to get so much institutions and scholarship pledges through our platform in such a short time.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you for your time and for your efforts with Scholarship2u.com. Matthew, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Do stay tuned to Bernama News channel for more updates. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you. See you.